Mayor Chow, members of the committee, thank you. I'm here to speak today on behalf of the Kensington Market Community Land Trust and as a renter myself. I moved to Toronto in August 2019 with me and five other housemates. And we moved to Kensington Market, and the rent split among the six of us was relatively affordable, and was relatively affordable then and especially affordable now. And I remember in the summer of 2022, our landlord called me and said, "Hey, I know the rent control is 2.5%, but look, interest rates have been rising, and I want to raise the rent far more than that. My interest payments are very high, and I want your rent to cover all of it plus more." And I told him that it is not the job of tenants like ourselves to cover the investment risks of landlords. And he was he got very upset from that. And he said, "Look, if you don't want the extra rent increase, um, if you don't agree to it, then I'm gonna have to move family back in." And it's a very common threat that many renters like myself have faced. And it's a threat that we constantly face, me and my peers. And the only thing that has kept us in our home with the affordable rent that we pay is the security of tenancy, is the rent control. And so we know that the Doug Ford government is not interested in helping renters. It's actually interested in making life harder for renters. And I'm not here today to just complain about how bad our provincial government is in that regard. I'm here today to talk about what we as a city can practically do to make life better for renters. And so we can't simply beg Premier Ford to not screw over renters. We need to practically do what we can to tackle underlying issues of housing commodification. So yeah, we at the Land Trust support the city's initiative to request the city solicitor to review legal options to protect renters and challenge provisions of Bill 60, including potential charter protections. And the goal must be vacancy control, and we must support the city's plan to pressure the province to amend Bill 60. We in the Land Trust also believe that there are more things the city can do to preemptively fight back against Bill 60. We could listen to civil society organizing groups like Acorn, for instance, who have been winning in their organizing against major financial landlords, securing big wins. We could provide them with grant money, these groups. We could expand affordable housing, of course. We can expand the multi-unit residential acquisition fund to protect the affordability of rentals in existing rentals in neighborhoods. For example, in the Kensington Market Community Land Trust, we just acquired property on Spadina that wasn't rent controlled before, that we brought into rent control. That's huge for many, many tenants. We can increase the funding tools available to us, such as the commercial parking levy and increasing our vacant home tax. We can enforce short-term rental regulations to repopulate ghost hotels. And all this to say, at the end of the day, we as renters will not wallow in despair, because we can't afford to wallow in despair and hopelessness. We just can't afford it. And so, however, through your policies and budget, you can do more for renters than Doug Ford can ever hope to take away from us. Thank you.
Thank you.